here's why I can't take things seriously anymore as far as what's going on the world stage, or at least what's putatively happening in Europe right now with the leadership of Europe, of Northern Europe, Western Europe specifically. The leaders of those countries all waxing bellicose against Russia, saying we need to defend Ukraine. We're going to become war ready. You know, Keir Starmer is saying this. They're saying this in Germany. Macron is posing and posturing in this manner. You're talking about countries where there is absolutely no faith in the system, where there's no nationalistic pride, at least nothing that's allowed. The nationalistic pride is all from the opposition, from the people who are nationalists, who are talking about the glories of the nation, in a historical sense, and believing that France should become France again, and England should become England again, and Germany should become Germany again, and what have you. These kinds of people are the ones who are being forced out, who are being, whether through assassination or lawfare or some other means. They're being, it's getting more and more desperate, of course, because there's more and more of the population is seeing the writing on the wall, and seeing that this neoliberal rulership is a suicide cult, and to quote Michael Jackson, they don't really care about us. And but those are the people who are being squeezed out, you know, um, being prevented from running for prime minister, uh, and you know, being having their election results annulled for some arbitrary reason. This is what's, and now these same leaders are saying, who have done everything they can to alienate their own people, to show their hatred and contempt for their own people. You know, we're going to replace you. We're going to bring in a bunch of third world people to replace you because we despise all of you. And we hate your traditions, and we spit on your, the traditional culture. There is no traditional culture uh, in Europe. That's what they say. This is part of their rhetoric, and now they want to turn around and say, no, hey guys, we need to come together as a nation, and oppose Russia, and fight for Ukraine. This isn't. What am I missing here? This isn't going to fly. Nobody wants to. Nobody's gearing up for World War III against Russia. Nobody wants to go die in a proxy war over a border dispute between Russia and Ukraine. It's the gall. It's more than gall. It's delusional. That's why I have a hard time understanding. You know it's beyond clown world now. It's when I see somebody like Keir Starmer, who's done everything he can to alienate and abuse, and show how much he despises, how much he and his kind, it's not just him, it's the whole ruling class, how much they despise the people that they're supposed to be representing. Uh, and now he wants to turn it around and say, uh, you know, we need a holy crusade against for you know like invoking memories of the great patriotic, you know, like you know, like this, like Henry V's, Saint Crispin's Day speech from Shakespeare. You know, this is supposed to be resonating in our in the minds of the English now, or something similar in the minds of the French or the Germans that represents their own nations and cultures. Like this isn't. I just don't see how in any way that's they're going to make that work. It's laughable. It's just plain laughable.